I think we really experience a lot of malformation in a sense of we've been encountered by systems and structures and toxic ways of being. I think one of the things that I think um, I'm always pushing as we talk about critical race theory is that I think a theory remains a theory until it goes into our bodies, until it's lived out. And I
Yes.
think that's really important for me. Is that like I think yes, like I'm for us understanding history and us understanding like and dissecting why how we got here. But I think transformation really happens in the body and in the systems of the body. And like I think when we live that out, especially as followers of Jesus who follow an embodied faith uh, leader who is a rabbi,
Yes.
when we think about this idea of following after Jesus and living an embodied faith, I think we have to allow it to hit in our bodies and ask, man, where is it? Where was I malformed? Man, was it
Yes.
the books that I read, the ways in which my parents told stories about
Right.
who and who did not belong, the ways in which my school pictured white people in a certain way and then people of color in a certain way, and the language that we use and so many different things. I think we have to really start with us when it comes to that understanding and then kind of work our way. Yeah.
Right. No, I think what's so interesting, Phil, the way that you're talking about it, it actually resonates a lot. Like in our community up here in Bellingham, there's a lot of recovery work. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of people that do work with like addiction recovery and things. And so we
Mm,
do a lot of like 12 steps experiences and programs. And so I've gone through 12 steps a couple times, and we talk about all the ways that in some of these recovery programs, all the ways like our family systems,
yeah.
like to use your language, malformed us
Hmm.
into like ways that we understand affection, ways that
Right.
we self nurture, and all these different things. And so that
Right.
is a familiar framework, I think, for most people in the church. We understand that the when we like perhaps sin or we act that are in ways that aren't in align with the way of Jesus, like
Hmm.
we it's not just about like stopping the action or the activity, the
Right.
behavior modification.
Right.
That's just like cutting the head off the weed. Like we
Right.
need to do the work of like cultivating and getting down in the roots of what
Yes.
caused that and pull up that, so it's not just continued behavior modification,
Right.
but actually the actual root of the issue. And so what
Right.
you're saying, what I just think is so helpful for me, is that that's also true in
Hmm.
the ways that we understand gender, in the ways that we
Right.
understand like sexual identity, the ways that we
Hmm.
understand like our racial, like the ways that we relate with people with other ethnic heritages,
Right.
and that to me is like one of the things that I'm hearing from you and things that I've learned from you the best is like, yes, it just does a similar set of work that I'm familiar with, but
Right.
just puts it in a lens that like I just hadn't been exposed to yet, which is
For
so
sure.
helpful.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you can stay tuned for all of our content.